Hello, everybody. We are back with Legends of Wildemount after our 2-week break or something like that. Some announcements, though, before we begin. This game will be still going on next Wednesday, even though that's around American Thanksgiving. I'll let you know if Beneath the Tide's the same later tonight. Also, December 16th, 2020 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing our Christmas one-shot, which is Gremlins, or A Very Gremlins Christmas, where everyone in that group's going to be playing Gremlins, and set during the events of the first Gremlins movie. So if you've seen Gremlins, then you know what's going to be going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the following week, which is the week of Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, we're just going to take that entire week off, as per usual. Yes. That's it. Podcast, you know where to find it. Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Yes. Yeah. So, last we left off, you all were in Moleasmyr with a mage from the Cerberus Assembly, whose name is leaving me for the moment, and a bunch of soldiers of the Cerberus Assembly. Well, of the Crown, rather. And you all found this ruin, avoided all the encounters in Moleasmyr, encountered a coven of green hags who had the luxon beacon you were hunting for on their person. You acquired the luxon beacon after Enak offered up his eyes in exchange after killing the mage and soldiers. The hags agreed to the terms, plucked out Enok's eyes, and gave the beacon to the party, in which the party left Moleasmyr, but as they were leaving, the mage, before he died, sent a message, or a sending spell, to Trent Ickathon of the Cerberus Assembly, telling him that you had found the luxon beacon, and within moments, Trent teleported into the ruins, chased the party, chased them rather slowly, almost like a game of cat and mouse. The party eventually lost Trent in the city ruins of Moleasmyr, and just sort of ran north, assembled a raft out of fallen trees and things, put it in the river that bordered Moleasmyr, and took it for a spin. You all got into Whitewater Rapids, and the smell of salt air hit your nostrils as you became closer to the ocean, and a slight chill in the air, because looking at the map, I forgot you guys are actually pretty up north, so it's getting cold. You guys are speeding down this river. It's widening now, because you're getting closer to the ocean, and you're going over one last little tiny waterfall before the raft splashes into the frigid, cold ocean. Ice flows in the distance, but you are all safely on this raft, floating in the water.
Whoa.
And it's cold as fuck. No, it's not, because you guys never took off your cold weather clothes, so you're still wearing those. But it's still cold as shit. Falling in the water will help you. So,
yeah,
pretty cold. Wow, guys, do you think he's? You think we lost him, or like? Is he still after us? I mean, I'm sure he's still after us, but
I feel like we haven't yet. We will soon. We're going pretty quickly.
He didn't seem to be for wanting casting spells. So, I mean, hopefully he's out of energy to spy on us, tell where we're at. But I don't know. You can't see me though.
but he could probably see us. So.
Yeah.
How,
looking where we are now, how does it so essentially we got spat out to the ocean, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't look like anything to Enak.
No. Oh, right.
But to everybody else, there's ice flows, but some of the water here. What time of year is it? Can't be spring. So it's not like completely frozen over here because you're still you're not super in the Graying Wildlands, even though technically you are, because the Savalier Wood is in the Graying Wildlands, which is the frozen tundra essentially of this area at least. But in the distance, you can see like maybe a couple 100 yards away, you can see ice flows, and where water has actually kind of frozen to allow foot traffic. And then obviously like passages where like big ships have gone through, like icebreaker ships, to break ice apart. So there are ice flows kind of floating around. So you're not just like stranded in the middle of the ocean. There's like ice flows and stuff you could get to and walk on.
So are we not moving very quickly at this point?
No, you're just kind of floating.
Okay.
Okay, so we got pushed out enough to where. Okay.
Sit in there basically, unless there's some kind of current in the off
Not
the coast
strong
there.
enough. Not strong like where you guys are right now. Not strong enough to really do much of anything.
Does anyone maybe have a shovel or something we could use as an oar?
It's gonna, because Enak's kind of hanging on. He's not like on top of the raft. He's allowing everyone else. He's kind of being the glue to really keep it all together. But
you're the
he'll reach behind his back and undo his shield and kind of toss it up. Use that.
Dunk, dunk, clink.
Are we trying to just move forward on this river, or should we get to shore?
Pick a direction. We knew that we were traveling north. So do we want to keep going north, or do we want to go back? Not north. I can't see anything, so I don't know which way we're going. Just get us onto land, please. You're muted.
We want to go south. North is cold.
Well, north isn't south more towards where we just were, though?
No. We just came from the east. We just came west out into the ocean and landed in the ocean.
Yes, going back the way you came would put you back in the Savalier Wood, which no one
Right.
really wanted to go back to.
Going south, we can bypass the edge and get back closer to somewhere else.
Talindra still has that special teleportation scroll that can be attempted to use once a day, and once it succeeds, it is used up.
Yeah, but we need to wait a day.
Yeah, you just recently used it, yeah.
We just used it. Okay, well, I guess, all right. Let's try to move towards, what was south, you said? Try to move south?
Yeah, southwest or whatever, along the coast, along the shoreline. You can see the shore, right? We can see the shore. We're not that far out.
No, you can see the shore. Yeah. It's only like you're only like a few hundred feet away from the shore.
Exactly. We just came out with the river. The river would have pushed us out a little ways.
The water is deep, though. It's very deep. You're a few hundred feet out, so.
Are these shores? Are they like are they looking like you could bank on them, or are they?
Yeah, but they're again where they're situated. How far north they're situated? They're very cold, snowy, icy.
All right. Okay.
Let's at least wait until we're below the where the forest is.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere within a day, regardless of whether we're paddling or not. Not saying we shouldn't, but perhaps we should take turns doing this, since that might, exhaust us if we don't.
I certainly agree with that. Is this not a mountain range that we're about to?
Yeah. Well, you're not going to hit the mountain range on your raft, but Yes, there is a mountain range. That's the
Right,
Rock
okay.
Mountains. You guys have crossed those before.
Okay, so we're just.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an awful stealth check. Gravel, Lindak, and Enoch. Enoch more so feels it. Lindak and Gravel, you see something that's kind of reptilian, but with ice shards kind of sticking out of it, kind of swim about 20 feet underneath the raft, and the tail hits the bottom of the raft, not hard, but like gently, and that little vibration you can feel, Enoch, and something definitely just kind of bumps the underside of the raft.
Uh-oh, what was that?
Guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Talindra would have seen that as well. That was a natural 1 stealth check.
Like, it's not that bad for perception.
Let's go. We need to go.
Yeah.
Straight to the shore.
I mean, we don't. This isn't very maneuverable, but
Yes, like
I'm.
crudely tied together logs, and Enoch kind of trying to hold them. Enoch, are you in the water? That's right.
Oh, you're still in the water?
I mean, there's no room. I didn't think there was any room.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
we
big.
got 4 logs tied together, right?
No, but they're tied together with him. He's holding them together.
No, we used.
But
we used rope.
y'all
We
did
used
the
rope.
loose rope. Yeah.
Yep.
A little bit of rope, but yeah, Enoch says, he didn't think there was going to be, he didn't want to.
Gravel's
Get up
gonna
here,
ready,
man. There's something in there.
Gravel's gonna ready an attack for if he
felt
sees
it.
anything.
Okay. Enoch, are you climbing up out of the raft?
He'll
Or
attempt
onto the
to.
raft? Okay.
I mean, he's going to try to, like,
Yeah, whatever. It's
Maneuver.
not like it's like falling apart. It's just crudely tied together, so there's big gaps between the logs.
oh, okay. Oh.
Remind me, attacks against a blinded creature with advantage.
Advantage.
Oh god.
That's a dirty 20 to hit from 10 feet below you.
Yeah, I don't have my shield on me at the time. But yeah,
Okay.
that's
So Gravel, where you're standing, you can just
That's
see
gonna
that
hit.
big tail again, like this reptilian-looking crocodilian tail, impaled with ice shards, slam into Enoch. So you can make an attack if you'd like.
Okay.
Remind me, what kind of bow are you using? Because it might have disadvantage because you're attacking a target in the water.
A short bow.
Let me check. I gotta remember what weapons.
It's a piercing, so it'd be fine as long as the bow itself isn't in the water.
Correct. I just want to double check.
I think it's if it's the max range, it can't go past like the 30 feet or 60 feet or whatever
Range
it
weapon
is.
attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range, even against a target within normal range. The attack has disadvantage. Yeah, you know what? I'll just say it just can't go beyond its normal range from here.
Okay.
Disadvantage if
Alright.
you're in the water, obviously. But first, we'll do the tail attack on Enoch. So Enoch, as you're climbing up into the raft, you take 12 bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw as you're climbing up to see if you get knocked back into the water.
Okay. Strength saving. Oh, okay. I have a +6 to that. Oh, but now with the 5, that's 11.
11. You go to climb back on the raft, and that big tail just knocks you prone off the raft into the water.
Oh, crap.
Gravel, make your attack.
All right. Short bow. No modifier. I mean, like no advantage or disadvantage.
No.
Okay. 9.
Yeah, it's kind of like it kind of hits the surface of the water, and then just kind of like floats on the surface.
Yeah.
You can easily just quickly reach out and pick it up off the water.
God dang it.
For the sake of everything, everybody roll initiative, please.
Okay.
You're all gonna do far better than the crocodile, I imagine.
I
Nope.
don't think so.
You probably will.
Nat 20.
It got a 1 for initiative.
Oh,
So did I.
You'll still go first. It has a -1 to its initiative bonus.
Okay.
All right. So, grab. I'll just say you have a 2. So track.
I have a 5 just in case anybody.
Oh, 5. All right. Talindra.
9.
Oof. Enoch.
6.
Lindak.
At 20 plus 1, 21.
So you all
Nice.
still did better, rolling badly. Lindak. So you see Enak, they're trying to scramble up onto this raft, and this big, like, whitish green crocodilian tail with ice shards in it smacks Enak off the raft, and he kind of lands back in the water. Grapple goes to shoot an arrow and kind of just hits the surface of the water and kind of like skips. And then Grapple kind of reaches down and grabs it real quick, and you currently just see the tail kind of starting to go back below the surface, like kind of like just in range. But you're trying to chop through water to get to it. But you just see the tail from where you're standing on the raft.
Crossbow.
Okay. Because it's a crossbow, I believe it doesn't matter what the range is. So yeah.
24 to hit.
24 hits. As it like hits Enak off, Grapple fires an arrow, you fire a bolt, and the bolt pierces through the water and slams into the, like, between two of like the little armor plates of the crocodile's tail.
4 points of damage.
Alright. Anything else?
It's my turn. I can do it again then. Ken. 14, 19 to hit.
19 hits, so just two bolts.
4 more points of damage.
Okay. Anything else for Lindak?
I think that's it for right
Okay.
now, anyway.
Alright, Talindra. You can just see the tail below the surface. The tail is about 10 feet long itself. And then whatever the creature is below the surface of the water is big.
Okay.
But you can really only clearly see the tail.
All right. And Enak's out of the water.
Enak's still in the water. He got knocked back.
Or sorry,
into the water
Enak's
from
in the
the
water,
crocodile.
and everyone else is on the.
Yep.
Okay. God, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna inspire Enak.
Okay.
So you have that's 1d8 inspiration.
And
for
did you
him.
take that magical inspiration additional feature?
I can't remember the one specifically it was called. It was the one where where you add
Yep,
the
magical inspiration. So you can add
Yeah.
inspiration now to damage rolls and heal from spells only. So you can add inspiration to healing spells and damage spells.
Okay. And this the big guy, how far is he from the raft?
10 feet. His big tail, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to do a vicious mockery on the. Can I do that if I can't?
Is vicious mockery the one that needs like a certain intelligence score? Is that Tasha's hideous laughter?
That's Tasha's.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just wanting to. Sorry, I'm just gonna check to see if it. I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
You might have to understand if you're in something.
So I just.
No, I think vicious mockery is a little different.
It's
Let me
wisdom.
check actually, because I think, though it need not understand you, it just needs to hear you. Yeah. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. You're doing vicious mockery.
Yeah. On. Yeah.
What does that sound like to the little crocodile guy?
Yeah, I just do. Yeah, once again, I'm just doing that like nails on chalkboard like sound, trying to like get through the water.
Okay. Does a 3 minus 4 succeed?
That does that fails or whatever.
Okay.
Less than what I have.
Yeah, 3 minus 4, -1.
Okay.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
They're not. Oh wait, shit. Sorry, I was doing intelligence. That's just a flat 3.
Either way.
Yeah.
So that's only 4 damage, but it gets a disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. All right. Unless it goes for the blind person. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh no, who do we lose?
Lex.
Oh no.
Okay. Are they next? Yep. All right. All right.
We can just turn later.
Yes, we just traded places, chat. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna skip his turn. I think.
You can always take it later.
Oh, here we go.
If he isn't dead.
Here we go. Come on. Come on, legs. There we go. Rearrange the chat windows. Okay. Oh man,
Sorry about that.
It's all good. I just wish I could like keep windows in the same place. They always bounce around. Okay, so it's your turn.
How far away am I from the raft?
Like touching distance. You just fell into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try to clamber up.
Okay, you clamber up. Attack of opportunity with its tail.
That's fine.
Because it wants to keep its food in the water. Oh, this is also canceling. This is for the vicious mockery as well. So it's just a straight attack roll. Nope, 12 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
So you clamber up, and you can feel the tail, this big, immense, powerful tail, just kind of whiff under your feet, and the water, like the raft, kind of like moves when it happens. But you're up on the raft without any eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, he's gonna grab his holy symbol and no, he's gonna grab his shield and just attempt to try to start rowing.
He just takes us further out because he can't see.
Do you have water vehicle proficiency?
No.
Okay. Roll me just a straight survival check with disadvantage.
Cook though. All right. Survival check with disadvantage. Ooh. 7 plus survival is.
Oh wait, no. And because this is water vehicle proficiency, don't add your proficiency bonus.
Don't add proficiency bonus. Okay, so it should just be straight survival. So that's wisdom. That's a +3. So 10.
10. This is a shitty main raft. It kind of just spins in the circle.
We were kind of in a hurry.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
You guys just kind of see the raft just go like in a circle, not really moving. That's your action.
Yep. That is my action, and I don't think I have anything else I can do. Nope. That's it. Yep. Just gonna keep on using the shield to try to get us out of here.
Okay. That'll bring us to gravel.
Can I see this thing?
You can see its tail.
All right. I will plant my feet. Bonus action, steady aim.
Oh, you took that
Give
one.
myself
Nice.
advantage.
Yep.
That's the only one I could get. So.
Oh yeah, rogues only get that one, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let loose.
Yep. With advantage, which means sneak attack.
Yeah. So let's see. Hopefully I hit it this time. 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. The arrow just sunk right into the tail.
And that is 24 damage.
Nice. Blood kind of just like bubbles up to the surface, like kind of clouds in the water a little bit. Definitely a powerful hit. Anything else? Okay. Nope. That'll bring us to the frostback crocodile. It swims up. Well, it doesn't really need to do much swimming because it's got a 50-foot swim speed. It is going to actually like prop its mouth up onto the raft, and as it does, you see this massive. This is considered a huge beast.
Huge.
So when its head hits the raft, it's kind of like that scene from Jaws when the shark is in the back of the boat and the boat's just like tilted into the water. The raft is kind of tilted at this point. And it's going to make a bite attack on a random person because...
All right, guys, which of us is getting quinted?
1-2, Lindak.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to make a bite attack on Lindak for a 15 to hit.
15 doesn't hit.
All right, so then it's going to snap around with its tail and go for the back of the raft and try to knock somebody off the raft into the water. Gravel. It's going to try to hit you off the raft with its tail for a 15 to hit.
Oh gosh, does that hit?
I think it just hits.
It does. It
Oh.
just
Okay,
hits.
so you're like
Lightning armor
playing
class.
yourself firmly, and the tail just smacks you hard in the back.
Yeah.
This is a big boy. You take 11 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and I need a strength saving throw to see if you're knocked prone into the water.
Okay. I might uncanny dodge that depending on how this goes.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Correct.
16.
16 is the DC. You are not knocked off the raft,
Wow.
but the tail hits you in the back.
Okay.
You take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ow! I'm gonna half that to
5.
5. Okay.
All right, and it's going to stay with its mouth on the raft, just looking at everybody. Yeah, Lindak. It tried to bite you. You dodged out of the way just in time. But yeah, its big head. Its head is maybe like 10 feet wide and like pretty long.
What?
It's a huge. Yeah, it's a huge beast. It's a big boy.
Yeah, huge. That's way bigger than large.
Well, it's huge. Yeah, and
10 feet wide is as big as my room.
well, okay, 8 feet wide, 6 feet wide, whatever. But
It's
the
big.
raft, but it's like there's enough like weight in just the head alone to cause the raft with everybody on it to go like and tilt into the water. So Lindak, what are you doing? I'll say while the raft is tilted like this, the raft is considered difficult terrain, but you can't exactly move around on the raft anyway.
Cool.
There's not much place to go.
Enak scooping with a shield at air, still thinking that he's doing something.
And if you manifest your echo, it goes into the water, basically. There's no more. There's not much room on this raft for anything else. But yeah, Lindak, what are you doing?
I am scrambling to hold on and trying not to slide any closer to its mouth. It just snapped at me.
Yeah, so it's like
So
this
I'm
big,
probably a little bit off to the side of its mouth now, and
yeah, it's
maybe
this big like
just hanging on
this big
for
white
dear life. I don't think I
green
can do much more than that.
crocodile, ice blue eyes, ice shards kind of sticking out all over its body.
All right, let's see. What can I do? Not a whole lot.
Sword.
Yeah, I'm holding on.
The saltwater crawl.
I'm going to manifest an echo about 10 feet up over top of this thing.
So in the air.
Just in the air, yep.
Does it? Can it be in the air?
Yep, can be any direction I want. It absolutely can be 15 feet in the air, and then I could make it 30 more feet up in the air.
But wouldn't
But
it
I'm not
fall?
going to do that. No, it's all part of it.
Let me check, because
You go for it.
if it doesn't specifically state it can't fall, then yeah. Unoccupied space you can see within 15 feet of you.
You can rule it that it can't, but that's not the way
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, usually when it says that things have to be on the ground, it'll say that, like with certain spells, but yeah.
I don't recall.
Well, one of the things that I can do with this thing is use it to climb things, because it could go up, and then I can
Yeah, but there's still
transport
there's
to
still
it
like
and
yeah, but
climb.
there's still a solid surface though for it to be on.
No, just straight up in the air. I can do that, and then I could be shooting on the way down, and then
But then take
Yeah, it-
falling. Okay.
anyway,
So,
I just want it to appear just above this thing.
so fun fact: even summoning beast says it manifests in an occupied space that you can see within range. It doesn't mention that it has to be on the ground or in the air or anything.
Yeah.
But no one.
Yeah, there's lots of times where I've seen people create something and then have it just fall on top of something. Anyway, that's all I can do though. If I
Sure,
can
I don't want to like spend all this time looking this up. So yeah, I'll say you can put it in the air for now, and if I find conflicting things on the internet, what people say, then yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's in the air currently.
That's all I can do right now.
Jeremy Crawford said the echo can be placed in any direction, including the air. It can hang out wherever you want it to move.
Cool, thank you.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
And then once you take its place, you plummet, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
All right, so it's currently 10 feet above the crocodile.
Yep. And I'm hanging on for dear life with the raft is like this, and I'm right beside this thing's mouth because it just tried to.
Talindra.
For the sake of Thunderwave, would the raft itself be considered unsecured?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if I did that,
thunder spells would absolutely demolish this raft.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
in that case,
Thunderwave, I believe, comes out from you, right? So
yeah,
it would.
Okay, so
it would hit all your friends.
Okay.
It would hit the crocodile and the raft. The raft has like 5 hit points, or 10 hit points. Okay. So the raft would just be like.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping I could like push it off, but like that's fine. I won't. I won't do that.
You would, but you'd all be in the water with it.
We'd all be. So I'm not gonna do that. In that case, I'll just do another vicious mockery. I'll do like a really like high note, like
7.
So that's wisdom 15.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, 7. Oh, sorry. And it's another 4. That's such little damage, but it has disadvantage on its next.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice, especially with someone who has disadvantage already.
Okay. Anything else?
And I might as well inspire someone, so I'll inspire Gravel.
Okay. All right. Enak.
Shit. All right. Would this creature be large enough to where Enak is still technically in the? Is it close enough to Enak where it's in his attack range, or does he have to move closer to it?
Its tail can reach 10 feet, so its tail's currently like on the back side of the raft, and its head is on the front half of the entire raft. So no matter what side you hit it at, it's going to be within range. It can reach everybody within 5 or 10 feet. So you get as well.
He'll pull the long sword, and he's going to attempt to stab in the direction like downward.
Attack with disadvantage. You guys see blind Enak just stab out with his sword.
Okay, that's I rolled it. Oh, God, an 18 and an 8. What are the fucking odds? What's the inspiration? It's
1d8.
D8. Oh, cool. It went up. All right. So 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 6 is 19.
19 hits, roll damage. You just blindly stab out with the sword and pierce into the like.
He's already the daredevil.
I'm gonna throw a superiority die on this.
Okay.
Because why the hell not? Okay. I'm going to distracting strike it.
Okay.
So the next attack against it has advantage.
Okay. And yeah, you stab it. You sink right into its like tail.
9 plus 5 is 14.
Nice.
14 damage.
It's looking hurt now. Blood kind of pooling into the water.
Did I get it? Oh, yep, I got it. And he's still trying to, with the other arm, he's trying to continue his rowing motion. So that's his go, though.
All right, Gravel. You have
You
advantage on your next attack. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I already have advantage.
Because of distracting strike, yeah.
Oh, okie doke. Sweet. I will do that then.
Okay.
Fire. Short bow. 15.
15 does in fact hit.
It does?
Yeah.
Oof.
Where are you shooting it? Head, tail?
I'm. Yeah, I mean,
If you
I'm
shoot for,
aiming
I'll say
for.
if you shoot for the head, it's going to be disadvantaged because it's within 5 feet. But if you shoot for, but then it would be a straight attack roll. If you shoot for the tail, because the tail's 10 feet away, so you probably want to go for the tail.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah. If that's just all like, then yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
like
for the-
you like you like you know when you knock the arrow, it's basically already touching the flesh.
Yeah. That's too close. If I would have known that, I would have used the sword, my short sword. But
Whatever you want to
I
do.
mean, it's a bit. I mean, I already rolled,
Oh,
but they
okay.
do have the same stats.
If you want to use a sword instead, it's fine.
All right, yeah, I'll probably use the sword if I'm that close.
Okay.
All right, so I rolled, and
Sneak attack.
with sneak attack, that is a total of 19 damage.
All right, you stab out into it. And you kind of like catch it, like where those crocodiles have like the big all that meat under the jaw, and you just
Oh,
and blood just like spurts out all over your hand and onto the raft. It's looking bloodied, real bad.
So that was my attack.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't move.
Nope.
I don't really have any bonus actions if that's the case. I mean, I might as well, just in case it happens to come back to me, I'll do an insightful fighting on it.
Okay.
And it has to do a charisma deception check.
18 minus 2.
Gee
16.
whiz!
Yeah, I rolled. That's the highest I've rolled for this guy.
Okay.
For attacks and everything so far.
I can't read him. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh yeah, he's hard to read.
Yeah.
The blood like kind of
That's
spurts
crocodile.
into your eye when you stab it.
It's too erratic. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to the crocodile. It's gonna bite Talindra, but has disadvantage on its next attack.
It does, yes.
With disadvantage, it's a 16 to hit.
Really? Oh
I rolled
yeah,
a 14
my armor
and a
class.
10, so you have 14 plus 6, 10 plus 6.
Yeah, that my armor class is 14.
Okay, so you guys watch as Talindra, it gets shot in the eye and it like kind of spasms, and it chomps down on Talindra in its massive jaws. Talindra, you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And you take 1 cold damage. And you are grappled and restrained in its jaws.
Do you know, I can't remember in the last game, I still have my temporary hit points up, but I'm assuming those have run out, right? Those.
Well, those get when you put your damage in, that takes those hit points out automatically anyway.
Yeah, but wouldn't it have
We didn't long rest.
We didn't long. You guys haven't. There hasn't been enough time passed. You should still have your temporary hit points.
Okay, perfect.
But you are grappled and restrained in its jaws.
How many?
Okay.
And then.
I don't have any left.
Oh,
But
okay.
But yes, you're grappled and restrained in its jaws, and then it's going to tail attack. Gravel. Again. Nah. 4 plus 6 to hit, so 10.
Nope.
And then it's going to use 50 feet of swim speed with Talindra in its jaws and under the water. So everyone can make attacks of opportunity if they'd like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't roll absolute shit there. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay.
Well then a 17. No.
17 hits. Gravel, what'd you get?
12.
12 doesn't hit. Off the scales. Yeah. So Enak and Lindak roll damage as this crocodile grabs Talindra in its jaws and then into the cold water.
13
Okay,
damage.
11.
Who? Both of you roll dex checks to see who gets the killing blow.
Nah,
it has 12.
have them,
Wait.
have them
It
do a
ain't go,
combo.
baby.
Combo.
Yeah,
At
combo.
20.
How do you both want to do this?
Enok's going just for the straight. As it goes to turn, he's going to jam feeling the weight shift. He's going to jam the longsword into try to aim for that soft area of the neck. Not sure if he's going to hit it, but
right behind the jawbone.
yeah, just right there, right at the jaw where it connects. He's going to shove that in there and try to hold him and keep it in place.
Okay.
So he doesn't feel it swim off. Lindak, what are you doing? Finish him.
Okay. This is just a reaction, right?
Yeah. So
I
it's
can't bonus action or nothing.
well, it's not an action at all. It's dead. So how do you want to do
A
this?
reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna swing around with my longsword and take a swipe at his throat, and because I'm right.
Well, you already
there.
dealt the damage. So how do you want to do this? Is what I mean.
Right. So I'm holding on, and I got my sword, and I just go whoosh, and through his throat.
All right.
Not cutting his head off, obviously.
it's real big.
but
Yeah.
I'm cutting his throat.
All right.
Blood
Talindra.
squirting out.
Pull Talindra out through the hole.
So yeah, Talindra, you as a jaws these very powerful jaws clamp around your entire body, and it dives into the water. As soon as it hits the water, as it's going to get into the water, it kind of just lets out a weird gurgling noise, and hits the water with you still in its jaws. The jaws relax. You fall out of the jaws, floating in the water. It's very cold as the crocodile just sinks.
Does it sink?
Oh yes.
Oh, that's crappy.
Am I
a
covered
better
in
raft than the one we have.
Am I covered in crocodile blood?
And your own.
Ugh.
And you're in the water, and it's very cold.
Oh, I'm in the water. Oh.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna swim
Right.
to the
You
floor,
get
or
it back
not
up into the
floor,
raft. The raft looks a little worse for wear, having the crocodile hanging out on it for a bit. But
Tighten the ropes.
you are all back on the raft.
I just get on. I don't have to roll anything.
No. And the crocodile, sinks below the surface and out of sight.
Well, that was terrible.
What the hell was that?
Lindak immediately checks to make sure he still has that luxon beacon
Yeah, you didn't fall in the water. You're good.
in his. Yeah,
Yeah, it's still there.
awesome.
Okay, could someone help
You
me?
see him checking for it.
Oh yeah. I don't really have anything to use as a.
Guide me. I'm just.
I just
make
guide
sure I'm
him
going
the
the right
right-
way.
Okay. Just for the sake of this, Enoch, give me another survival check with disadvantage.
While they are
With it,
doing
actually,
this,
straight roll because you're being helped by Talindra.
Okay, I'll reroll.
No
while you
proficiency.
guys are
Oh.
doing this, Gravel's gonna try to
17.
if it requires attunement, I guess it's gonna attune to it, but it's gonna try and fiddle around with this necklace.
Okay. So yeah, the raft starts moving. It has a 5-foot speed when not in Whitewater Rapids, so it's pretty slow going, but it's making its way.
Fine.
Or 10 feet speed, sorry. It does require attunement, Gravel. So I'll say half an hour, you guys get about another couple 100 feet offshore. And Gravel, you can add a necklace of adaptation to your equipment.
Oh, a familiar item.
While wearing this necklace, just so people don't know, while wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment, and you have an advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill and stinking cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and the breath weapons of some dragons. You can breathe normally in any environment. That means you can breathe underwater with a necklace of adaptation.
I did not know that.
I didn't either until it said any environment. And water is considered environment.
Indeed, it is. Oh boy.
That's
This is
amazing.
Gravel who has it.
Yeah, that's what he found on that body, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next to the dogs, the devil dogs or whatever they are.
Yes, hound.
people-faced animal dog.
I don't think it ever got named. Yeah, yes, hound.
That just sounds terrible.
So you get about another couple 100 feet away from shore in half an hour. And it's very cold, but everybody has cold weather clothes. Now, falling in the water negates the effects of cold weather clothing.
Yeah.
Unless you have cold resistance, like Enoch.
Well, I don't have cold resistance. I have. Wait, do I?
Yeah,
Yep.
Goliath.
Hey, you're
have cold
Goliath.
resistance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you just kind of float in here. Enok's kind of using his shield as a paddle.
How does the cold thing work? Like, how does it do damage or?
No, there's specific rules to it. I'll get to it if it ever happens. Basically,
Okay.
just for every minute you're in the water, you could gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay. All right.
So during combat, it probably not going to come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could have been really bad if you were submerged for a while.
Oh yeah. Also, if you were like underwater and still taking damage, you'd be losing rounds of breath and you could have suffocated. That was the whole thing. It was going to take you underwater and do what crocodiles do to their prey underwater.
That would have been not good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys got it in time for sure.
I had two.
I do not doubt my skill even without my eyes. Nope. Lindak seem more talkative today or now these hours after that fight. That beacon, where are we going again? Are we going back to your place? You and Talindra's place? Jorhas?
All right. We're basically just floating around on a raft right now, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, I kind of have a story I have to tell you about why I'm here and what this is all about for me.
Okay, we definitely have time.
All right. As you probably know, I'm Aasimar. My parents were Drow, and they were born in the Badlands. I was born, in the Badlands of Jorhas. And when I was very young, I think I was about 2 years old, I was taken by the Aurora Watch, and I've been trained as an Echo Knight. Since then, I am 26 years old now. So, about 10 years ago, I was still in my teens. I was sent by the Dust Captain Connor Crean. I was sent to Taskend Ferenthelis. He's the governor of Bazzoxan. I was sent there to be his valet and his protector.
Hold on, I'm still struggling with something. You said your parents were Drow?
Yeah.
Oh, how's that work?
That's how Aasimar come about. I'm one of very, very, very few, maybe the only Aasimar of Drow parents. Usually the angel picks a human parents.
What?
You're an ass, MR? What's that?
All right. Lindak goes, and out from behind him come two golden wings. Basically,
that sounded really impressive.
They are basically, I am part angel.
Like
and
celestial?
Yeah, exactly. All right, sorry. As the Aurora Watch tries to find any Aasimar they can, Aasimar make special type of Echo Knight because we have certain other powers. And anyway, I was sent to be Askend Salis bodyguard and valet, and I have been doing that for 10 years in Bazzoxan. Do any of you know anything about Bazzoxan at all?
Would I know?
Talindra?
Oh yeah, Talindra,
Would
you would for
you
sure.
might have heard of some things.
What is it? Bazzoxan?
Bazzoxan.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll just give you an idea because I'm pretty sure Gravel and Enak have no idea. Bazzoxan itself was it's a dark temple. It was a dark temple that was instrumental in the machinations of the betrayer gods during the calamity. And the remaining ruin that's left of it was left to gather dust, like many other relics of those terrible times. But after Gordrenus was claimed by the Kryn, settlers roamed north again through the barred fields. They discovered Bazzoxan again. They had hopes of renovating it, and the community began to flourish in Bazzoxan over a few generations. We've been building the foundations of a new city around this stone structures of the old sanctum, but a few years ago, demonic forces from within the old temple basically threw Bazzoxan into chaos, and Bazzoxan is now perpetually locked in a fight. With the abyssal incursion from within the temple, as well as the dynasty.
Question.
It's yes, Gravel?
Do those wings work?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, we could have used some flight.
Believe me, if I could use them for anything, I would have used them before now.
Yeah.
They're just, and if you go touch them, you can pass your hands through them. They're not even really there.
He kind of just looks at Talindra and is just like, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted. I figured out.
Wait.
My
Who has
friend-
wings? You have wings?
Oh,
They're not real wings, Enak. They're just a ghostly image of wings, if you can imagine that. But they don't. I can't fly or anything like that.
Oh, what? Okay.
Right.
So this Bazzoxan, it's got like
Yeah.
demonic or forces going on.
Well, there are a lot of demons coming out of the temple all the time, and I've spent the last 10 years working with the Aurora Watch. The Aurora Watch, as you know, is the Kryn Dynasty's the army, right? And they've been fighting for years, and I was there helping them. I was the governor's liaison, as well as a fighter with the Aurora Watch, because I am of the Aurora Watch.
So, where is the, and he points at the beacon, where does this artifact come into this? Like,
Well, my boss, he is actually my friend. He's much older than I am, but we've been together a lot over the last 10 years. He is my friend. He is the task hand. He's the governor of Bazzoxan. He's a dark elf. He's a drow. He's an awesome soldier. He is a good leader. He is the youngest soul of Denzelis.
What's that mean?
The Dens are basically like families in Jorhas that have been consecuted over the years.
What's that mean?
I thought I explained this to you once, maybe not.
They're essentially the noble families, would be a simple way of explaining it.
Are you one of these?
No.
Are you in a den?
No,
Talindra?
I'm not.
I am.
Oh,
Talindra is.
Talindra is, yes.
Yes.
Is that why those people are after you? Or
they are part of the same den as me.
does your dinner with the children of, what were they?
Well, that's not to do with me, but the man who I saw, or who it was it described to me, or did I see him?
Described to you. You didn't see him.
Yeah.
The man who was described to me was a relative of mine in the same den as me. The actual group he's a part of is not related to the den. It's just a coincidence. I don't know. I honestly don't know if that group has any interest in me. I assume they're just interested in me because I am a noble and because I'm a relative of his. But I don't know.
Well, a lot of it may have to do with you being part of the den that they're after you. You know, from consecution, basically, and he turns back to Gravel and says, this basically means that if someone who has been consecuted, and it is a ritual that they go through, dies within 100 miles of one of these, and he holds up the beacon, then their soul is taken to the beacon. It goes to the beacon, and their soul becomes born again into another a baby, obviously, and it could be a baby of any species.
What about the soul that's already in the baby?
Well, it's born with the soul out of the.
It's not like it doesn't. Yeah, it's a reincarnation. It's not a not like a ghost taking you over.
It happens at
birth.
Well, not at birth,
No,
conception.
well, when the baby grows up and becomes a teenager, it starts to remember things, and it would remember which den it belongs to, and it would go there for they would be its family no matter where it is.
Talindra, have you been consecuted?
I was born into this den. I've not been consecuted.
Do you want to be?
Well, clearly not, since I'm out here. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I had more.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
I had certain ambitions that would get in the way of that. I wanted to go out into the world and be a musician, and they didn't want me to do that. So this to me was more.
Look at you now on a raft in the frigid cold water, surrounded by an Aasimar, a Goliath, and a.
It's not exactly where I wanted to be, I will admit, but according to Madame Lecharme, this is, well, I have to see the world in order to be an artist. So here I am.
Tell stories with your music. You need to experience them first.
Essentially, yes. That's what she said, and so here I am with you all.
Well, if this is as valuable as you two seem to be laying on, what can we expect if we give this to him?
Well, My friend Varen will help us. I know he will. And Lindak reaches in and pulls out the sending stone that he has. I can contact Varen once a day. And I have, over the time, contacted a few times. I'll tell you a little bit more first. Because I was Varen's bodyguard and valet, I was with him all the time, a lot, except when I was helping the soldiers fight at the site. Varen is very high ranking, and I have met the Bright Queen, I have been in the presence of the Bright Queen, and
she ugly?
No, she's quite beautiful. Not bad for a 1,500-year-old.
Wait, what?
She's been consecuted. She's in her, actually, I believe, her 5th life now. She is the oldest.
Wait, so you guys you're describing immortality in a sense.
Yeah, basically.
Well, then this thing's probably really valuable.
It is extremely valuable. It's nearing priceless, I'd imagine.
Well, maybe we should start talking about what we want to do with ourselves the rest of our lives. We're laid up in a nice little mansion, is what I'm thinking.
Well, because of this, I have been privy to the quite high up government workings, because I was in so many private meetings with Varen as his personal servant. It wasn't too long ago I heard that 2 of the beacons of Luxon had been stolen. And as a follower of Luxon and as an Echo Knight, I felt it was my duty to find and return these beacons to their rightful place. Varen didn't want me to do this, but I begged him.
Why not?
He wanted me safe and there, and he didn't think there was any chance I would ever find anything like this. There was one clue about one of them. I'll get to that in a minute. I insisted on going, and I convinced him. Finally, he agreed that it was the right thing to do. But he made me carry the stone, and the sending stone I'm holding up. And he wanted me to report to him whenever I knew anything. And I have told him a couple of things. What happened first when I left with a friend, which was true. If you remember, I had his horse. Him and I had a clue that this one person left in a hurry. We had a clue that he may possibly have one of these things he was going to pass on to someone else. We followed him, and we caught up to him just outside of Diastock, and we were attacked by Imperial soldiers of the Empire. So what you heard was the truth.
Oh, why were you attacked?
they were after this thing too. It turns out, though, that the guy that all of us thought had it didn't even have it. It was just a ruse. And the only one who survived. Fight. And that was a few days before I got to Deastok, and a few days before I met you. And I had lost all hope of ever actually coming across it again. And somehow meeting you people brought it about, and here it is.
I mean, I was just looking for shit to steal. And, we met Vox on the way, and he was the one that told me about this, so.
And unfortunately, I think this might be a little bit too important to be just shit you steal.
Well, I know that now.
I know you didn't know that at the time.
Here's hoping I can get a favor from your Bright Queen to, I don't know.
I think that's entirely possible.
With Vox.
Yeah, I think they're certainly probably very desperate to get it back, I'd imagine. If I understand you, Lindak, there's another one out there then. This is not the only one.
Unless somebody else has found and returned it.
How many of these beacons exist?
There are 4 that we know of. They were found at different times in different places. We had 4 of them, and 2 of them were stolen. We now have this one.
So there's one left that we know of that hasn't been returned.
That we know of. It's been a long time. It's been months since maybe somebody else has already returned it.
You said you had a stone that lets you talk to this Varen. Could you use it now?
Absolutely can, yes.
And let them know what we have, and now we won't have to worry about being nervous about going in and appearing at this place, right?
That's my idea. Varen has very close connections and could get us in to see the Bright Queen.
I know some of us have some type of preparation, and we want to limit the amount of information we share. So
I understand that.
How do you want to go about this, Tal?
I think we should go. I don't see much way around it. I don't know that I necessarily. I think I might sort of stay back while you go to the palace if we do that, but I don't know if that seems like a good idea. I don't know how much danger I'm in.
I don't like us splitting up. I'd rather get you disguised. I don't
think that's gonna work unless we use a magical disguise, because these are people who've known me my entire life. It would be it would be more embarrassing to show up in a disguise than it would be to just. I'm not worried about anything. I don't.
Are my disguises that bad?
Well, I mean, if my parents are there, if like people I've known for decades are there, I'm just concerned that, and some of them some of them have magic, and I don't see it.
Yeah, I guess here's another thing. How do you feel about lying to this Bright Queen? Because you would have who you are, right? If that were the case.
Yes, if we're going, then I'm going as myself, because I don't see any way around it. And I don't think they can really do it. I'm not worried about it in terms of anything dangerous happening. It would be uncomfortable to say the least. But I'm willing to do it for the sake of the beacon and to
Sorry.
there for all of you. It's just not what I would choose.
Oh, thanks.
This is important. It's important to our people.
Is I don't believe, Talindra, I don't believe that if you asked the Bright Queen to give you your freedom, basically, it's not really what it is, but if you asked her, she would tell your family to back off.
Ask I could ask her to give me favor, perhaps, to tell them that I have her permission. Or
I honestly believe, from what I know, and I have seen and watched her work, that if we bring her this, she will probably give us almost anything we ask for. If she,
to be completely honest, regardless of what happens, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm just trying to avoid a scene, really. I'm not returning, regardless. So I don't think they can force me to stay.
If we only had one choice or one thing as a group to ask for, what would we ask for as a group?
Depends how much power she has. Enak's just lost his eyes. But I don't know if she has that much power.
I don't feel disconnected as much as I thought I would without them. I'm all right.
The eyes definitely important. Though based on our predicaments as of late, I'll throw out there maybe something that would allow us to travel a little easier.
That would actually be incredibly useful, yes.
So, I mean, that would be like kind of a group item if we were limited to that.
I imagine she may be able to give us something to help us with that. I don't know, though. Maybe.
Well, getting around easy would be easier. Would put a lot of stress off us, I think.
I know we want to get her
in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is we want protection so that they don't go after you.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I'd be asking for is like communication with Vox to kind of smooth things over, and whatever he wants. I'll probably have to sacrifice whatever she's given me and give it to Vox. Which, that's probably how it's just gonna go.
To be completely honest, I am a little bit concerned that I don't know what Vox wants, why Vox is looking for this. There might be some trouble.
I mean, he seemed like he was just going to sell it, right? It's a lot more profitable to have a person like me go get it for 500 gold and then sell it for, 20,000 or however much you wanted for it.
Right. Well, I hope you're right.
I mean, we're kind of simple folk. As
those thieves.
As rogues.
Well, hopefully he's not working for anyone who might be more dangerous, I guess.
Well, for sure they are. But I'm not sure. I was kind of inclined to think that this was his own project, but that's just how he came off to me.
I suppose. I suppose we'll see.
Terrible poker face.
All right. Well, all we can do is get back to some dry land and rest and hope that this scroll works.
What are you going to say, Lindak?
Well, I would suggest that I'm going to call Varen. I can do this once a day, and I only have a short message I can send. So I'd like to ask him what he would suggest as to where I'm thinking we want to teleport somewhere, right? I mean, that's the idea. See what kind of idea he has. He will help us. I know he will. He's my friend as well as being a high government official.
They come get us.
I'd like to talk to him and see what he would suggest we do. That scroll, will it work like here? Could we teleport right from here?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Will? Okay.
But not until tomorrow.
What was the specific? What was it called again? It was a scroll of.
It's not on D&D Beyond or anything.
Oh, okay. That's why it's not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why didn't I put in my equipment? That's weird. Okay.
You can add like a scroll.
Yeah, maybe I'll do
level of spell on it.
But this isn't one of those. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just customize a scroll.
I'll just put a scroll so I know I have it.
Yeah.
Is it like looking okay? Because I was in the water.
It's perfectly fine. It's magical.
Okay.
But yeah, with all that conversation and everything, I'll say you've rode. What direction are you like trying to go, Enak? Like specifically. With the guidance of your friends.
To refer to Talindra, I think we were headed south, but he would have just started broing whichever way she would have directed him to go.
Okay, I guess
I'm assuming
south would put you immediately back in the Savalier Wood.
Okay, well, we were not going in that direction. I think we were going
southwest would put you directly at the base of those mountains, and you wouldn't be able to get up from the mountains from where you land. The only way you could probably go is north to the Crystal Sands tundra, or west across this little dip in the ocean here to some more frozen areas near Bysay's Till. Time-wise, though, your safest route would be go north to the Crystal Sands tundra.
I guess I would have done that unless someone stopped me and would force me.
So you're moving towards those ice.
Yeah, nobody's. We don't really know. Right?
Okay, so it's getting colder then.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of sanity, so you guys aren't on a raft all the time. The sun begins to set, night falls, and it gets real fucking cold on this raft. Even with your cold weather clothes, it's cold. Like if you're in a settlement, it'd be fine, but you're in the middle, you're on open water, so it's pretty cold. But your clothes prevent the exhaustion and everything.
Can I say that we've had a short rest while we were talking?
Of course, yeah. So, anybody want to do anything before you hit land?
Oh, you hit land? Where we can actually travel that far?
Well, I'm doing a time skip for sanity.
Oh.
Because otherwise it's going to be 2 sessions just on this raft.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like... Yeah,
oh, wait, no. 71 miles. Okay. It's 71 miles to shore, so more than a little over a day on this raft.
Well, yeah, we just go to sleep next morning, try casting that thing.
All right, so you're going to try to sleep on the raft, everybody?
Yes. I mean, we're going to
on the raft?
Yeah.
Or are we...
You're on the raft. It's nightfall at this point.
It's going to take at least a day and a half.
I would tell people, I do have something that I can do for us if we land.
You guys haven't had a long rest in a hot minute, and because of the Savalier Wood, I think Gravel's the only one still not getting benefits from long rests. Gravel, Constitution saving throw.
All right.
The DC's a
I have
little
my-
higher now.
I still have an exhaustion level.
Yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah. So yeah, the DC's a little higher at this point.
6.
6. You have
no.
2 levels of exhaustion. So Gravel's just looking like
What
tired
is
as
the second
shit on this raft.
What does the second level do?
It just makes it so I have half movement, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not fun.
And you only die when you get to 6 levels of exhaustion, which never happens.
We'll see. Don't tempt
Don't say
us.
it like that.
Things start to get really bad when you reach 3rd level because disadvantage on saving throws, and the con saving throws are what pull you out of it.
Yeah.
And death saves too.
Yep.
Really screw you.
Yeah, but night falls. Do you all want to try to sleep on this very cramped raft?
If we everyone, if we stop on shore, there are things I can sort of make a sort of shelter for us.
Waiting to get to shore will make Gravel make 1 more con save for his exhaustion.
Oh, I see. We're just not. There's not enough time. Okay, never mind.
So it's either
Then-
risk Gravel going to exhaustion level
Let me
3 or get a long rest and only be at exhaustion level 1.
Okay, I'm assuming we'll just do that. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm just
It's rough.
I'm just checking if I can. How big is this raft?
4 logs.
I'll say 4 medium-sized creatures, 15 feet in all direct, like just 15 feet total.
15 feet.
Like it's a 15
Could I
foot,
do?
15
Could
foot
I
square.
do a Lehman's tiny hut on it? It's 10-foot radius.
Yes.
Then I will do that. If I do this, will it just completely? I'm a little bit concerned that it might just fall apart.
No. Tiny huts. It doesn't destroy anything. It doesn't do anything weird. You're
Okay.
basically just gonna be floating on a raft with like a dome over top of it.
Perfect. So then I will.
So you ritually
I'll-
cast. So if you're ritually casting it, you don't have to use a spell slot.
Okay,
Ritually,
perfect,
When you
yeah.
ritually cast a spell, it doesn't use a spell slot.
Okay.
But you
so
can
I
only
just-
ritually cast spells that have the ritual book beside it.
and
Okay.
I cast.
Okay. So Talindra takes a minute, or is it 10 minutes?
It is 1 minute.
Okay. So you
Well, the
11.
plus 10 with the
yeah.
plus
Ritual
10 with
adds
the
10.
ritual.
Ritually
Ritual.
casting it would make it 10
Oh
minutes.
right. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. You're right.
Okay. So you ritually cast 10 minutes later, you're all kind of surrounded by this 10-foot kind of dome on top of the hut. What does the inside of this tiny hut look like, Talindra?
Oh gosh, I didn't realize I had to.
Yeah. What does this 10-foot 10-foot space look like? How's it
I'm gonna make
decorated?
it nice and like it's 10 foot by 10 foot.
Yeah.
I'll make it sort of velvety and like look very like lush and like it's purple and it looks very like rich. Very like a rich person made this. Very
Okay.
like noble-y.
Okay. And
What's it
because
smell like?
yeah, what's it smell like?
It smells like lavender.
Nice.
Very like
We going to
purple.
sleep, y'all. We going
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yeah, there's like
We
velvet and
sleeping good.
cushions. It's like if you're just kind of sitting there,
like
ignoring,
candles.
you smell lavender and feel like velvet cushions and everything like
Oh,
around.
yeah.
What temperature do you keep this at?
Well, like a good like a little bit warm, but not like too warm. Like just a kind of nice like
Much
room
better than the
temperature.
outside temperature.
Much nicer than the outside.
And because it's a tiny hut, you really don't need to take shifts for rests because nothing can get into the hut.
Hmm.
So everyone gains the benefits of a long rest.
Before we go to sleep, though, Lindak wants to use his sending stone to talk
Okay.
to Baron.
So Gravel, you go from 2 exhaustion levels down to 1. Because unfortunately, long rests are only 1 exhaustion level. All right, you're using your sending stone.
Baron, I have found one. I have friends. I need help. I need to know where we should teleport to. Can we meet up? Can we meet with you? That was 25 words.
Okay. No response for a good 15 minutes. And then there's a response. 25 words. Okay. Lindak. Hello. So sorry about not getting to you sooner. Demons. Take it to the Bright Queen. Don't teleport here for risk of demons taking. That's 25.
Okay, so he wants us
Not
to go right into Roshana.
Yeah.
Yes, I think before we were talking about maybe going to the outskirts and walking in.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because teleporting in the middle of the keep or the city would be.
Let's just
Draw a lot of
teleport a mile or two out of town and walk.
I do want to keep some sort of sense of privacy.
Okay, and then we can go to sleep, and I can actually talk to him again tomorrow.
Let's do that.
All right.
I just realized that no one's steering the raft, so it's just going to go wherever it pleases.
No, it's just drifting.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right. Let's see what the current take is.
All right, so
where'd the current take us?
you all wake up in the morning. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. Gravel, unfortunately, still exhausted, and as you all don't necessarily wake up naturally, but as soon as 8 hours hits and the tiny hut disappears, the frigid cold temperatures wakes everybody up. You're instantly freezing, and the raft has not hit solid land, but it's like kind of lodged in between two ice flows. So it's not moving at all. It's just stuck in between two ice flows.
Hey, we hit land.
And the ice flow is maybe you look around. It's maybe a good 20 miles offshore still. You kind of got wedged into this ice flow and then kind of drifted further west.
Okay, let's go. He's gonna start gathering his things.
Wait.
But
We've still got some ways to go.
The scroll is usable, and the sending stone cannot be used until the next dawn.
I suppose I can use the scroll basically wherever, right?
Anywhere you want. Everybody does have to be holding hands, though, or you go by yourself.
We can hold hands, right? We're not holding this raft together or anything. We can.
No.
You could do that.
This raft is probably falling apart at this point anyway.
Contact.
So, before we were talking about, where was it specifically? Was it near the mine, or was it?
No, you guys wanted to go to. I remember. I just got to pull up the map and look at it. You guys wanted to go to. Why is my map so zoomed out? Okay, there we go. You wanted, a little bit near the mine in the forest.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty much the southern tip of that forest.
Yeah, just outside of Roshana.
Okay.
And so, did you get an accurate detail of how far of a trip that is? Because fun fact, did you know that the map in the book is actually not accurate? Because it says that just fun fact, it says that what am I thinking of here? The Blooming Grove is never mind, it's right. Anyways, I don't think my tools that I use is super accurate. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1 second, I'll let you guys know the exact travel distance you guys are going to be going. About 47 miles still.
Yeah, is there any reason we can't just poof a couple of miles out of town? Why do we have to be at a specific spot somewhere? You're from Roshana. You've probably been around. Don't you know a little park outside of town or something? We could
have parks outside of town in Arizona.
Why not?
It's always nighttime there.
It's the capital, man.
And
it's always nighttime. It would be a
but you had the ghost lands. Just
Yeah.
see, you have the
The
ghost
barb- yeah,
lands.
the
Like,
barb
was your
They don't look like your parks.
Yeah, yeah. This is scary park.
Yeah, is there somewhere maybe a little bit
Because
closer
if we go to the mines, like you're talking 47 miles, that's 2 days travel.
Yeah.
You know,
is there
can find a
nowhere
caravan.
we can go that wouldn't like draw too much attention but would be like closer and wouldn't be too sketchy if we just like
So it's like we discussed 2 weeks ago. It's either the mines, like the forest at least. So you wouldn't even be really close to the mines at all, just based on travel time. Or you go into the barbed fields, where those like just like thick caustic tar pits, unpredictable earth, sinkholes, no tree. This place like Jorhouse has no vegetation, like trees or anything really in the barbed fields. It's all just like uneven, craggy earth. So, I mean,
like if we
it's easy
were
to hide in the barbed fields. There's massive like barbed pieces of stone and earth coming out of the ground, so you could figure out a way to do it.
We're just looking to pour it into a place just off the road and then walk onto the road.
Yeah,
And just travel on the road, right?
close to town.
So
Yeah,
you
does
could
that
do
sound
it.
You don't have to be 2 days out.
Yeah, so you could do it somewhere in the barbed fields, just outside of town. But again, the teleport spell can be tricky.
Yeah, exactly.
No
It'll
matter
take
where
us
we
wherever
try
it
to go.
takes us.
Yeah.
So
Who knows?
yeah,
It might not even succeed today.
do we might not. Do we want to take the risk and try to do it in the fields?
Well, it's a risk either way. It's the same risk, isn't it?
Fair enough. I think the fields are more dangerous. Are they? Yeah. So it would be a little more dangerous, but.
Well, then closer to the road.
Yeah,
Someplace
just close
you've
to the
seen
road.
traveling on the road yourself.
The barbed fields
That's
does
possible.
still have all the roads in it, so you'd still be in the barbed fields regardless.
Oh,
But closer to
Well,
the
that's
road,
okay.
yeah.
But we'd be on a road, close to it.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone's comfortable with that, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Is
yeah,
this
you know the deeply wounded lands of the barbed fields are rife with planar entities bleeding through where the veils between worlds are thin, so like demons, devils, other creatures.
Okay. Well, we sure there's a risk of running into demons, which it seems like your friend is
Tar
not too keen on us encountering.
Yeah, so we run, right?
Would that same risk be there if we went to the mine, though?
I mean,
You've
we'd still have to
never-
pass
You've never
through
really
the
been in
barbed
that
field.
area, so you wouldn't know.
I've never been to the mine area.
Regardless, we're going to have to pass through the barbed fields,
That's true.
no matter what we do.
Correct,
So
Amanda.
might as well-
Just because it's as
might
close
as
to
well-
Rosanna than
yeah.
in the barbed
Oh,
field. We
somewhere
could
in
just
the
Alright, we'll do
barbed
that.
fields, close
Yeah.
to town.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this an Arcana check?
It's
Then?
roll a d20 and add your spell modifier under your spells.
We should have had this conversation after this roll, because otherwise it's just like, well.
Okay. That's a 21.
All right. So
Very nice.
you're just somewhere in the barbed fields, close to a road, correct? As close
Oh,
to
I'm
Close to
assuming I've been
as
on the
close to
road
Rosanna as
before.
possible. Yes.
I'm assuming I've been on the road before and kind of know, like,
100%. So you guys all feel this like strange like sensation as you're like, it feels like a hook pulling you behind the navel. As you're being. I keep stealing that from a port key. All right. So teleport. Would you say she's very familiar, seen casually, or viewed this place once?
I'm assuming I've seen casually. I'm assuming this would have been in an area. I mean, I'll leave it up to you. I don't know how much I was traveling.
Roll me a D1. Roll me a D100, please.
D100.
Yeah.
So percentile.
Lindak's from Roshana too. He just got
This
sent
is-
to Basil's
Oh,
End.
you're
Yeah,
not
but
doing
this
the spell.
is you're not the one casting the spell.
Yeah, I know.
Martial class.
No, that's a 21.
21. That is a mishap.
Oh, good.
What?
Great.
1 to 33 on seen casually is considered a mishap.
Shit.
So
Uh-oh.
you all teleport, but it's rough. It hurts. That's the whole tugging sensation. You all kind of actually like. Yeah. All right. So the GM re-rolls on the table to see where you wind up. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah,
But
Faerun.
because of that, because it was a mishap, unfortunately, Let me just get my dice. Oh.
Sorry, guys.
We're all
You got us
Right.
there. You got us there. No matter where, you got us closer to
Got us
this
somewhere.
area.
Got us somewhere.
That's a lot of force damage, isn't it? 3d10. You guys each take 24 force damage.
Wow.
And
What is?
I rolled a percentile dice now, it says.
That was 24.
Multiple
you said?
mishaps can occur, dealing damage each time.
Oh my god.
We just get stuck in a fucking
It just
wormhole.
goes
Teleportation.
very low.
Yeah.
So.
Like
All
a
right,
portal.
so,
when you,
As that happens, you all take the... What did I say? How much damage?
24.
You each take 24 force damage, and it says you end off in a similar area, so not off target, not on target. So you end up.
On the other side of the road. Come on.
That would be considered off target. I am just gonna
Oh, no.
and go like that.
Oh no.
That's too far away. That
Uh-oh.
would make sense. Okay. You guys end up in the barbed fields on a
Cool.
road, but
Alright.
you are not on the road you wanted. And just looking in the barbed fields, you see the massive cragged landscape, these spires of stone sticking out of the ground. I'm trying to describe this place as best as possible because this is where we're going to end it. Because it just makes sense. But yeah, you all teleport here. You all look like you're kind of bleeding a little bit, like out of like the nose, eyes. Actually, it's
I
not
feel
psychic
like my
damage.
guts
so,
got ripped out by
Oh.
it's not psychic. It's force damage. You just like got battered around from the teleport spell.
Oh.
But you all end up on a road.
We've all got double black eyes.
Yeah.
The
We look
earth.
like we went scuba diving.
Bloody noses.
Yeah, it's a broken and marred landscape of jagged rocks, sunken craters, and scabrous hooked spires of glass and rock jutting out of the ground.
Yeah,
In the distance, you can smell thick caustic tar. And slick. It must have rained here recently because there's mud slicks and everything. Like flash floods have happened most recently. Talindra, you're definitely not on the road you wanted. Good thing another mishap didn't happen, because holy fuck, everyone just arriving
I would have died.
unconscious in the.
I don't know what happens when the
But
person
you end up
casting it dies.
on the road, 94 miles outside of Rosanna, and that's where we're going to end the session for the week.
In a place where we're all at half health or less, and we're in a place that'll kill us instantly.
Do we at least know which direction
South.
away? Sorry?
South. You want to go
South.
south? Man,
So we're on that other.
Are we on the
imagine
eastern
if that was
road
another
then, I
mishap.
imagine?
That would, you guys, pardon me. What's up?
Are we on the eastern road?
You were on the
That goes
far
up.
east road, yeah, on the map.
Yeah, okay. Just, I was looking
Wow.
at it, making sure.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
kinda-
cool.
Yeah, when I first did it, you guys were dropped in the middle of those mountains.
No. Don't do that. Oh no.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's a fun way
So
to do.
what's the temperature like though? Did it get a lot warmer all of a sudden?
It doesn't really say. I'd say
Gotta be
it's
warmer than
desolate. So yeah, it's
icebergs,
like there's no
Wouldn't necessarily
it's-
have to be
it's
warm,
like
just
humid,
warmer.
dry heat. It's like a dry heat. Actually, not humid, a dry heat. 'Cause it's a marred landscape, all craggy. But yes, that's where we're gonna end the session for the week. The scroll does burn up after you use it.
Yeah, so
Yep, and you all arrive battered and bruised because of the mishap. And we'll see you all next week for the continuation of Legends of Wildemount. We're back here in a little over half an hour, 40 minutes or so for Beneath the Tide, episode 83. So good night, everybody.
That was fun, man.
that was fun.
Good night.